What's up guys, it's Arcade Jade here, and today I'm gonna be finally doing my Q&A that I've been saying I'm gonna do for months. So I know it's been a hot minute since I've been on YouTube. I do plan on getting into the swing of things a little bit more as things go on. I have a couple different video ideas that I want to do. I want to start vlogging for sure because I'm going to Katsucon and I've never been to Katsucon, so might as well vlog my first experience. But I'm super excited to be filming today because I finally have a chance to. And I actually have, over the past couple weeks, been asking you guys randomly, like, hey, what are some questions you want to ask me, or what's something about me you want to know? And to my surprise, I actually had a lot more people reach out to me than I thought would. So that's really cool. I actually have like a good amount of questions to answer, and I'm pretty psyched for it. I have them all saved with a screenshot on my phone, so don't mind me being like, because I'm going to be on my phone the whole time. And the people that ask them, because they asked them, a lot of them were asked on Instagram. I'm not going to say who asked them, I'm just going to ask the question and answer it, I guess. Does that make sense? So let's get into it. Okay, so I was actually asked this question by two different people. And the question is, what got you into cosplay? This is a really good question, and I love this question because I never know how to answer it without freezing up. For real though, I don't really know where it all began. I've always kind of liked it. Like, I always thought the concept of dressing up as a character was like awesome. And I remember, like, this is so embarrassing. I remember being like a small child, like 6 or 7, and like I had like a white sports bra on and like purple cargo shorts, and I would do cornrows in my hair, and I would call myself Letitia from Toe Jam and Earl. I guess technically that was my first cosplay because I thought Letitia was like a badass alien chick. She still is, by the way. But the first time I actually cosplayed was when I was in high school. It was my senior year of high school, I believe. And I had this Sonic the Hedgehog costume that I bought like 3 years before I cosplayed for the first time. And I fixed it up a little bit. I added like some tulle because it was a skirt, so I made like the skirt bigger. I added like a wig, I did crazy makeup, and I went to New York City Comic Con for my first con as Sonic. I don't know how to explain it. There's just some feeling you get when you're in character. Like, it's just, I'm not Jade anymore. I'm somebody else, you know? So it was really cool. Like, I thought it was really fun getting to be the character and people coming up to me and being like, oh my god, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, I had like kids running up to me and like hugging me and taking pictures, and like, I don't know, there's just something so fun about taking a character and bringing it to life. And that was something I always wanted to do. So when I finally did it and I actually felt that feeling, it was like nothing I ever felt before. To this day I get like that. And every time I finish a costume or try a new one on or go to a con, even if I've been to that con 30 times and I go there dressed as a character, I just feel so like in my element, I guess you could say. I guess this isn't really answering the question. What really got me into cosplay is hard to say. It was something I always wanted to do, and then when I finally did it, I loved it. I used to be really big into DeviantArt, and like I used to post all my art, and a couple people I followed would make like full-blown costumes, and I always thought they were cool as shit, and I'd be like, yo, like, you made a Tails, like, that's amazing. And I was like 13 at the time, and I'm so glad I got into it. And it's cool too, because as I got older, I started meeting more people that wanted to cosplay. Like, the first time I ever cosplayed, which like I said was New York City Comic Con, it was just me and 3 other friends, and like it was a small group, but like we still had a blast. And then as I got older, I started meeting more people that were into cosplay, and then I met my fiance who was into cosplay, and all his friends were into cosplay, and it just became such a big part of my life. I don't know. I also used to do theater for a long time. Like, I've been in different plays, I've done different costumes, I've had to be different characters, different time eras. When I would do theater, I would get very into the character. It used to drive my friends insane because it'd be a couple days before the show, and I'd be out there like acting like the character, and like they'd say something and I'd recite it with a line that I had to say. I was always good at like being that character. I don't really know if I answered this question. Anyway, what would be your dream goal cosplay and why? My dream cosplay. Oh god, that's so hard. Honestly, if I could do any cosplay in the world, that would be like 100% perfect, like no flaws. It would either be something that would be like real hard to do, like I'd probably do the glass armor from Skyrim or Nightingale armor. Anybody that knows me knows I love Skyrim. I'm obsessed. But yeah, like a dream of mine would be like a real detailed Skyrim cosplay. The Dragonbone armor, for God's sake. God, that was a tough question, wow. The only other one I would probably do that would be perfect, that's actually probably doable, is Rouge the Bat. Because even though I really like my Rouge, I think I can improve a lot. Rouge was like a dream character of mine, so I would want to perfect that if I had to make it like reasonable. Like, my sewing skills are so different than what they used to be. Like, I've improved so much, and I see it in my work. Like, I can see it in my stitching. I can tell by the way my costumes hold up together that I have improved greatly. Unattainable dream goal, Skyrim. Attainable dream goal, Bruges. And anybody who knows me knows I am literally obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm starting to sleep. Well, you can't tell right now. That's all I got so far. Half of it's gonna be Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, I'm literally like obsessed. I've just accepted my fate. It's just how it is. Question number 3. Cons are cringy. Have you ever had a good cringe? Is there such a thing as a good cringe? Because, like, I'm genuinely curious. I've had many cringy things happen to me at a con. I think the one that sticks out to me the most was when I was Reaper. Probably at Otakon back in, like, I don't even know how many years ago. It was right when Overwatch came out and I did Reaper. I just remember, like, casually, like, you know, walking through the con. Like, I had my Tracer with me. We were just hanging out. And this kid dressed as Naruto runs up to me doing the Naruto run. Like, he's like, you know, like, arms back and all, like, super into it. But he runs up to me and he goes like this. And I was like, okay. I didn't say anything because I had a mask on, and he kind of like blocked my path, like I couldn't keep going. And he just slowly starts doing this. And then he starts spinning. And he's like, die, die, die! And I was like, okay. I just tried to like play it off and like laugh and pretend like that wasn't the weirdest thing that happened to me. But then he started like following me around screaming die while Naruto running. Like, he was like running around in circles like die, die, die! And it was like, okay, I've had enough of that. You can stop now. I hope that's what you meant by a good cringe. I hope you meant like funny cringe. That was absolutely hilarious. I've been to a lot of panels that were really cringy. There was one that we went to, because like all the other people that come were like, this is the best panel ever. And I was like, alright, like let's go. Even though I knew it was gonna be cringy by the title. And like me and my friend made like a checklist of like cringe level. And like it was like literally every other second we'd be like, yeah, check. So like there's that type of cringe too. I don't know, I hope this answers your question a little bit. Question number 4. What's your favorite anime? Ooh, this is a good one! Currently, my favorite anime that has been my favorite anime for a while is Death Note. Love Death Note. Have loved Death Note. Will always love Death Note. But, I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching My Hero Academia. And it's catching up. No, I still really do like Death Note. It is my favorite anime as of now. But I'm still really behind in My Hero, but I'm really, really enjoying it. I have to finish it to know if it's going to actually beat Death Note, but we'll see. Somebody asked me ASL, which for those of you that don't know, it means age, sex, location. I know the person that asked it was asking me as a joke, but like reading it out of context, it's really weird. But my age, I'm 23, I'm going to be 24 next month. My sex is female. And my location's Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Favorite con. So, my all-time favorite con out of all the cons I've gone to is Too Many Games. Yes, I know most people haven't even heard of Too Many Games. Honestly, that is my favorite con ever. I've had the most fun I ever had at any con at that con. But seriously though, I love Too Many Games. I've gone to big cons. I've gone to Otakon. I've gone to New York City Comic Con. I'm going to KatsuCon. But like, man, there's just something about Too Many Games. First of all, I like video games more than anything else. Like, I like them more than anime, like them more than sci-fi, all that stuff. So Too Many Games is like mostly video games, and on top of it, they're retro video games. And anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge Sega fan, and like I'm addicted to my Dreamcast, and still play like Space Channel 5 and like Shenmue and like all these old games. To go to Too Many Games and see a bunch of people like playing like Sonic the Hedgehog or like an old Sega game, it's just like, oh god, it's just like the best feeling ever. Like, I don't feel like such a loser anymore. Like, there's other people like me out there. Because everyone else is like, oh, Nintendo's the best. Or some other random company that's not even in business anymore. But like, no, like, I love Sega. And the first Too Many Games con I went to was Sonic the Hedgehog themed, and I got to meet like all these voice actors from Sonic, and I got to go on stage with Crush 40, and it was like the best experience I ever had in my entire life. And then I was like, no con is ever gonna beat this. Even the next year at Too Many Games, I didn't think would be even remotely as good as the first one, but it was just as good, if not better. Literally, I found out the voice of Bowser was going 2 weeks before the con happened, and I made an entire Bowser costume just to meet Kenny James. And he was so cool, like, he loved it. He was so excited when he saw me. He's like, I need to take a picture for my wife, like, this is awesome, like, I never see Bowser. And I was like, there's just something about too many games that every single year it just blows me away more and more. What's your next hair color? I actually get asked this a lot, like, not even like as a question, like even my coworkers are like, what else is there for you to do? You've done every color. So as you can see, I'm gonna get awkwardly close to the camera. It's like orange right now. I think my next color is gonna be my signature magenta, like, you know, the color that my girl is in my little icon. I think I'm gonna do that again. What do you do when you get frustrated with a cosplay? Cry. Try to like take a step back and take 5 and like take a little break from it. I don't get frustrated a lot, but when it happens, it's like really bad. Like, I'm very upset. Favorite video game? Ooh, that's a good one. I have a hard time picking one because it all depends on the system and the genre and stuff. But if I absolutely had to pick, I would say Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube. Because like I said, I am a Sonic girl. I love Sonic. On my 1 memory card alone, I have 1,000 hours invested. On the other 4 memory cards I have over 500. Like, I have so much time invested in that game. And of course it's not all gameplay. Of course a lot of it's like the Chow Guard and stuff. But like, that game, man. That's probably my all-time favorite. Anyway, next question. What is your favorite cosplay you've done so far? Okay, so I kind of already answered this. Definitely Rouge, because she was a dream cosplay. But it's hard to say. Even though, like, I made Bowser in less than 2 weeks, I loved Bowser. Like, I loved being Bowser. I had so much fun as Bowser. So I really enjoyed that costume. And I'm kind of really loving my Spyro. I'm not done yet, but I think my Spyro might be my new favorite. So I guess we'll see. But as of right now, it's either Rouge or Bowser. And last but not least, favorite Pokemon. I'm pretty predictable with Pokemon. Basically only like the first 151 and then the 3rd generation. Zelda wants to say hi. Hi, Vince. This is my Princess Zelda. Zelda wants to say hi. This is my favorite Pokemon. My black cat. So out of that, I would say probably Gardevoir. Which, I guess if you followed me for a while, you know that because I cosplayed a Gardevoir. And like, I'm starting to get into the Pokemon card game. And I'm trying to build like a psychic deck for the pure fact that I want Gardevoir cards. No strategic reason behind it. I feel like I suck at doing Q&As. It was actually really hard, but I had a fun time doing it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for checking out my video. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. If you liked it, please feel free to like and subscribe. And hopefully I'll be posting vlogs soon and be doing other stuff. So yeah, see you guys around.